Flora Robson, of course, is one of England's truly great actresses and leaves us now after a successful engagement on Broadway. And it was so nice, Flora, to have you here in black chiffon and a real triumphant success. But the thing I'd like to talk about most is the last time we met, and the last time I interviewed you. After we got finished with the interview, I ran into the wonderful story about your experiences during the war in convoy.
Oh, yes, I had a very dramatic journey back to England. I left here on Friday the 13th, which was supposed to be a bad day for sailors, you know.
This was in the middle of the war.
1943.
Yeah.
Yes. On a very small ship. It used to be a banana ship from Jamaica. And we went as far as Newfoundland, and then one day an enormous whale came along, passing fast through the convoy, and had a good look at us on each side, blowing things out of its horn or whatever it is. And we all said it was a spy, because the next day we got a lot of torpedoes into that convoy.
But they didn't hit the banana boat.
Not ours, but we got very near. Awful. And then when we came back this time to do Black Chiffon, the same whale, I think, I recognized it, came by when we were rehearsing the play. And I said, now, there's a spy again. It's getting a little sneak preview.
I must look up, just for a point of fact, just how long whales live. I've never taken particular notice. I guess you have either. Isn't it a wonderful and frightening experience to be in a convoy and see millions of ships around the horizon?
Yeah. It was, we used to count them every day, and then we had 3 days of fog, and every few minutes, every single ship in the convoy had to signal Morse to the main ship. And we used to count them. This went on for hours. As soon as they got right around the convoy, they started again. And I must say that after 3 days of fog, the fog lifted. In between time, we'd had an attack. And we'd been right in the middle of the convoy, and when the fog lifted, we were right on the outside. Everything had scattered.
Leaving on Friday the 13th and being in a convoy and being attacked and so forth, I bet you had a rabbit's foot with you.
No, I don't carry good luck things.
Not superstitious?
No.
You know,
lucky anyway.
Another incident of our last interview was that after we finished the interview, a young lady came over to me and said, "Who is that lady you interviewed?" And I said, "Miss Flora Robson." "Who is she?" And I said, "She's a motion picture star and an English star." She said, "I don't believe I've ever seen her." And then we went on talking some more, and it developed that she had seen you in one picture and hadn't recognized you at all. Although she remembered the part. I think you played a part in Saratoga Trunk of, let's see, Louisa, no? Angelique.
Yeah.
And
I had terrible difficulty with that part because I had to speak with a broken French accent and a southern Gambo accent.
Well, now, how in the world do you start to prepare for that kind of a part?
Oh, we had weeks. We went down to Hollywood with somebody from New Orleans and learned this accent. It was very difficult for Ingrid Bergman, who was in it, because she's Swedish and had to learn French and Southern accent. All these things mixed up. But we worked very hard. We worked for about 3 weeks. We made a lot of records. The only way to learn an accent is to listen to your own voice saying it, because you think you're saying the thing and you're not. And the expert says it, and then we say it after it, and then we listen to it on the record, and then...
You know, in checking up on your career, I found that you, practically since you started in the profession, have never been unemployed. It seems like you've always been working and have played so many hundreds of parts.
Now, I can tell you lots of hard luck stories. I've left the stage for good twice over. This is the 3rd time back.
The other times when you left because you felt you were unsuccessful?
Yes, definitely, very unsuccessful. And I lost confidence, I lost heart. You see, I'm not pretty, it's not easy for me to get jobs. And I leave it once. I left it. I had a child's experience up to 12. I had a bad breakdown. I left it, came back when I was 17, then I left it when I was 21, and then I came back again when I was 27. The last time back has been the lucky time, 3rd time lucky.